This is my least favorite episode of Westworld so far. And let me make it clear, this is not a bad episode. It's just that out of all the episodes that I've seen so far, this one just didn't have the energy, and it wasn't as fun as previous episodes. To me, I thought this episode didn't, advance the story as much as I wanted it to, and nothing really amazed me. And not even the scenes with Ed Harris were that interesting, and Ed Harris's character is my second favorite character in the show. Probably one of the reasons why I didn't like this episode as much is because the character Dolores is completely absent from this episode. She is nowhere to be found in this episode, and maybe that's why I didn't have a fun time with this episode, but yeah, this episode didn't deliver what I was looking for in this episode. It's still a fine episode, the visuals still look nice, and the story arc about the robot becoming self-aware of the world she's in and just finding out that the world she lives in is a complete lie. That story arc was interesting. It's just every other story arc wasn't as interesting, and to be honest, I was kind of bored during this episode, a little bit. But another thing I liked about this episode is the going into this little story arc where something's about to happen to the park and the robots might take over and start killing the guests. And this story arc I'm definitely looking forward to seeing. Overall, this episode was a fine episode. Wasn't anything spectacular. I was expecting a little bit more of this episode. What I got was enough, but I wish I got a little bit more. So I am going to rank this episode average. Later on this week, I am going to be reviewing the movie Arrival, so be sure to keep a lookout for my review of that film. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to my channel below. As always, I'm NETX5. Thank you so much for watching.